Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations. Got another review for you today, and this time around I'm going to be talking to you about the debut full-length album from the band Last Retch, entitled Sadism and Severed Heads, out now on CD and records. And if you're not familiar with this band, they are a death metal band out of Ontario, Canada. Been around since, I want to say, around 2021, as that's about the time that their debut demo came out. There was no definitive date on the Metal Archives, but in this band you have Derek, and I'm totally going to butcher your last name, I am sorry, Berzazowski on guitars, John Russell also handling guitars, Matt Fike on the bass, Davis Maxwell on drums, and finally Finley Blakelock handling the vocals. As I said, this is their debut full-length album. It is 9 tracks, just a little over 27 minutes in length. And honestly, before getting this album in my Metalhead box, one of the more recent ones, I'd been seeing and hearing a lot of great things about this band and album, and was being told left and right that I just had to check it out. So I finally, once I got it, I finally got the chance to. And so did it live up to all the hype? After spending some time with it, I would definitely say that it definitely did. The guitars have this dirty, heavy tone to them, hitting you with the mid to fast-paced riffs with some pinch harmonics, as well as some nice, chuggy grooves at times, and some really great solos. Some of the riffs can be just downright evil sounding. A really good example is the opening riff to track number 2, Doom Rider. That just has this evil vibe emanating from it. Some of the other things when it comes to the guitars, you get to track number 7, Fleshed, at the 125 mark, is a really great example of those, nice head-bangable grooves, and I just love the pinch harmonics in that song. Then you get into the follow-up track, track number 8, Ordained in a Dismal Cesspool. About 28 seconds into that song, this very Cannibal Corpse-ish sounding riff comes in, and it actually appears throughout the whole song, and it's usually followed by some pinch harmonics, and, of course, being that it's very Cannibal Corpse sounding, of course, Cannibal Corpse is one of my all-time favorite death metal bands. Gotta love that. The bass on here has a thick tone to it with a little bit of a twang, which, of course, I love. I always love when it has that little bit of a twang to it, and it's very easily heard throughout, rumbling away, laying down a solid backbone for all of these songs. I thought the drum production was really solid on here. Lots of good patterns, rolls, and fills, and I especially loved his double bass work and the blast beats on here. Now, vocally, Finley delivers a nice mid-range growl. Kind of reminds me of, honestly, at times of Jake Martin from Broken Flesh and Taking the Head of Goliath, just a little bit. And at times he also gives off a bit of a Phil Bozeman from Whitechapel vibe to his delivery. Overall, really great performance from him. One of the other things I picked up while listening to this, in track number 3, Sadism and Severed Heads, the title track, I just love that fast-paced section with the blast beats at the 143 mark, leading to a really killer solo at 157. And then, of course, that same fast-paced riff section occurs again at about the 207 mark, but this time it has this really killer roar right over the top of it. Very badass stuff. Overall, I think this is a strong debut offering from the still relatively young band, and one that definitely lived up to all the hype. As I said, quite a few people, including Damon McDonald from Deathress, he was giving me some recommendations on some Canadian bands that I should check out, and he really praised Last Retch, and so I told him, hey, I actually got that in my Metalhead box, and finally gave it a spin, and I was just like, man, this is badass. Highly recommend. As I said, it was really highly recommended to me, so I was really glad that I received this album in my Metalhead box, because this is just an absolute banger of an album. Definitely a band to keep your eyes on. I would give this a solid 9 out of 10, so go check out Last Retch. I will leave a link down below to their Bandcamp and everything, so you can check this out for yourself and pick up a copy. So yeah, 9 out of 10 from me. That is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.